Welcome to If You Even Care. Thank you for being here, for caring enough even just to check this out. Even if it was just curiosity, clicked on it, not sure how long you'll stick around for. Still means something to me, so thank you. And a very special welcome to all of the daughters of the witches they couldn't burn. I see you, divas. I see you. How is everybody? How are we doing? Me personally, I have a song stuck in my head to the point where last night I was having trouble sleeping because the same part kept looping over and over again, which I always hate, but I especially hate when it's a song that I really like. The song is Candyland by Natanya. I love Natanya. I love that song. Something you should know about that song, and maybe you should check out Natanya just based off of this alone. She had a music video made for the song Candyland, and people were telling her hey girl, the intro, which was a little animated part, just a couple of seconds in the beginning, looks like it might be AI. They had commissioned an artist to make it for her, and she was like, I'm looking into this because that's unacceptable to me. Found out it was AI, took it down, took the whole music video down, put it back up without that intro. So we love Natanya. Not only is her music great, but I thought that was really cool to see that she was actually taking in that feedback from people and changed it, and pretty fucking quickly too. So go listen to her, and then you'll get to be one of those people that she's already pretty popular, but then when she blows up, you get to be I've been listening to Natanya. Whenever my brain starts doing that and I can't sleep because of it, the looping is just annoying me so badly that I cannot get into a deep sleep, I'll normally go on YouTube, pull up some kind of nature sounds, something that's a couple hours long, either a storm or running water would normally do it, and I'll play that. But then with some of the really long ones, it's 8 hours long, but they're looping a 3-minute long sound, and you can hear the point when the loop starts over. And then sometimes my brain will clip that. It'll clip a certain part of that sound and then loop that over and over again. So now I have the sound, a certain point in that sound of running water or a part with birds chirping, and that's gonna loop in my head and drive me fucking crazy. So then we have to switch over to white noise. So I did not get great sleep last night because that kept happening to me, but I did have a really great day of thrifting the day before. So the weekend to me has been a success. I found both decorative stuff for my apartment and clothes. Normally that doesn't happen. It's usually going to be one or the other. I found both. But I've noticed that whenever I have a really good thrifting day, it's almost like the universe has to balance it out somehow by giving me a strange interaction with somebody. In return, that's what I have to offer up is patience in exchange for the goods. And I had one of those run-ins. So I used the bathroom at a Goodwill. To get to the bathroom, you have to go down a hallway, and then it's to your left. Okay? So there's a pretty long hallway before you get to the bathroom. I go inside. By the way, no line behind me. No one is waiting behind me at all. I'm not taking any extra time in a Goodwill bathroom. It's gross in there. So I'm pretty much in and out. I leave the bathroom. I'm walking down the hallway, and now waiting in the hall is a woman and a man, probably late 50s, 60s. The man is in a wheelchair. The woman is leaning against the wall. T-shirt is just an American flag. The whole shirt itself is an American flag. Whoa. And she is looking at me from the second I round the corner and start walking down the hallway with a look of disgust. At first, I'm like, what does she think I did in the bathroom? I didn't do whatever she thinks I did. It was a very cute and very polite number one, okay? It even smells like my perfume now, so you're welcome, by the way. But that's not the kind of look she's giving me. And I realize as I'm getting a little bit closer, walking down this really long hallway, okay, she's looking at me like, you're a whore. You're a dirty little whore. She's giving me that kind of look that you get from like older women sometimes, which I fucking hate. And it's such a shame that they do that. I don't know what that is, but like I try to be extra kind to middle-aged and older women because, hey, I'm going to get there too. And I would like people to be nice to me and treat me with respect and treat me like I'm a human being and not overlook me. Maybe like make, a conversation once in a while or just like smile at me. I think that would be nice. So I do that to people. So it's always a shame when you come across the kind of older women where they're just rude and nasty and they just want to give you this judgmental look for no reason at all. And the way that she looked at me, you would think that I was slinking around this Goodwill in nothing but some pantyhose and some pasties. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Going to all the men and like touching their earlobes and like running a hand along their backs. Like she looked at me like I was like scum of the earth. And I'm like, okay, all right, so we shake it off. I'm going to go back to looking at these mugs full of lead as I do. Keep minding my business. So I'm down the hallway and I turn the corner at the end of the hallway to where like all the houseware stuff is. So not only is she in a hallway that's going to amplify her voice, but she's also a person who yells when she talks. I hear her go, yeah, I thought there were like 5 kids in that bathroom. There was so much noise coming out of it. There was so much noise coming out of the bathroom. I hear a hairdryer going. I hear the toilet keeps flushing. I'm like, what's going on? And then just one lady comes out. She must have been taking a whole bath in there. I'm literally around the corner. And while she's lying on me to try to impress veteran trade. What are we doing? And she keeps going. And it's literally like, because she's in this fucking empty hallway, her voice is so loud. It's carrying through the store. I can feel like subtitles in my chest. Like she's speaking directly to me. It's like the voice of God. She just keeps going with it. And like the guy in the wheelchair is not saying a single fucking thing. He's not laughing. She's not getting a giggle. I don't know if someone else was in the hallway at that point that she was trying to make them laugh. No one's saying anything. I'm like, okay, I need her to see me. I need her to know just how close I am to her. I thought about saying something, but she gave me the feeling of like someone who would like, if you were recording them like being an asshole, they would like throw themselves on the ground and then be like, they hit me. Like one of those like kinds of Karens. I mean, her shirt is literally just an American flag. And you know what? And we're in a Goodwill. I look chopped and screwed. That's fine. That's okay. Because this is where we come to just thrift. We don't have to dress up for the thrift. But damn. So I'm like, I just need her to see me and know I am literally right here. And I heard every single lie that she just told. So I like go around the corner. I pop my head around and I make dead eye contact with her. And I gave her the craziest face that I could manage. I can't even make it right now. I just gave her a look like, are you fucking serious? How can I lie on this bitch? What can I say to make her seem fucking deranged? Like, it was so weird. And also, she could have gone in a little bit more. She could have been like, if the guy next to her has like hearing problems or something, because he was right there too, I'm assuming, and all he would have heard is the toilet flush and then the water run. She could have been like, damn, did you hear the fucking kerplunk from that bitch taking a massive shit? Because I heard it. I felt it. The floor shook. Ugh. What a nasty, nasty woman. Like, she could have gone a little bit more. Because if you're going to make up a story, the story is, it sounded like there were 5 kids in the bathroom. I mean, anybody could do that to you in public. Anyone could just see you and then like turn to their friend and like make up something that you did or something that they overheard you say that like didn't happen. But to hear it live in real time. That was kind of crazy. And then left that Goodwill because it was kind of trash anyway. Went to the next one, jackpot. Scored a couple of shirts and some home goods. So that was, I had to just contribute some patience, some time and some patience. And then in turn, the thrift gave me what I needed, gave me what I wanted. So that happened this weekend. And I've also come to the conclusion that I'm saying thank you and please way too much. And I believe in being polite. I'm a very polite person. I don't like when a person doesn't have manners. It is such a turnoff, whether it's like someone you're dating or a friendship. I don't like when people don't say please and thank you. However, there is such thing as too much. And I think that I am an example of too much. Like I can hear myself sometimes when I'm like ordering food. Like let's say I'm at a Chipotle. I know that I don't need to say thank you after every ingredient. And yet it is so hard to resist because I am so thankful. I feel like because I've worked retail and I've worked in food service, I need them to know like how appreciative I am. And I also need to be the most polite and easy customer that they have that day. In a way where like I'm actually being kind of annoying. Let's say I'm at a Chipotle and I'm doing a burrito bowl. Even if you get a really simple bowl, it's still like you have at least 5 decisions that you have to make. To say thank you after almost every single one of them, it's a lot. It's overwhelming. And now I am annoying the person that I want to like me so badly for some reason. The person who I need to have the easiest, simplest time ever helping me out. Now I've pissed them off by being too polite. Like, okay, burrito or bowl. Oh, I'll do a bowl, thank you. And I'll do the brown rice, thank you. And pinto beans, if I could have extra pinto beans, thank you. Yeah, I'll do cheese, thank you. And sour cream, thank you. And I'll do the corn salsa, thank you. And then at the end, to be taking my stuff from them, and then I go, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Like, I'm just doing it. It's like too much. It's too much. They know I'm thankful. I'm going to give them a thank you at the end. But then, you know, when they like pass it off to another person midway through, if I don't say thank you to that person, I never got to say thank you. Then it's like I only am saying thank you to the person at the very end who either finished up making the burrito bowl or who's checking me out. And then in my mind, what happens is they leave and then they go, that bitch was rude as hell. Was she not? She was. Not a single thank you. Not a single thank you. That whole entire order. And then I'm going to have something happen, like what happened to me at Goodwill. And I'm going to overhear them as I'm walking away to go take more utensils that I need to take. And I'll be honest about that. Sometimes it's going to be way more napkins than I need, or just a couple of extra forks or spoons. That is the case. But I'm going to be over there, minding my business, taking 24 spoons and overhearing them behind the counter going, damn, this bitch didn't say thank you one fucking time. She sounded like, didn't it sound like 5 kids? Didn't it sound like 5 kids coming through the line? I hear the hair dryer going. That's what that bitch at Goodwill said. She said, I hear the hair dryer. I wasn't sure if I added that detail in. She said hair dryer, not hand dryer. Hair dryer. Because I came out with my extensions. It's like, yeah, I was in there giving myself a blowout. Like, what? Oh. Get over it. Get over it. I'm never going to see her again. But if I did, let me say this. If I did see that woman again, I'm going to make up a rumor. I'm going to make up a crazy rumor. I'm going to sit on it. And then I'm going to take it with me. I'm going to carry it around for a couple of days. I'm going to think on it in the shower when I do my best thinking. And I'm going to come up with a rumor. And I'm going to be there at that same Goodwill a week from then. And I'm going to start a rumor if I see her. Yeah, let me think about it. If anybody has any rumor suggestions, let me know. Let me know. It can't be too vile or too vicious. It's got to be kind of on the same level as what she made up about me. Which is basically I'm like 5 kids in a trench coat and I'm fucking obnoxious and I was blow drying my hair in the bathroom. So, and I took a bath in the sink. That's what I think that's like what I think people are going to say is she did the thing. Like when you're like, what's the worst that could happen? You know, when you're out in public, people are only thinking about themselves. And then you get a person like that who is doing anything but thinking about themselves. So I'm like, if I go to a Chipotle and I don't say thank you at every step, what are they going to say when I leave? Ban her. Ban her. Yeah, I can't do it. There's got to be like an in-between. Like maybe at the end, before they pass the bowl along to the next person, I say, okay, thank you. Just a quick thank you. It doesn't have to be like every single step. But same thing with servers. But me and servers click. I go out to eat. I am there. And a part of why I'm there for my friends or my family, whoever I'm there with. And I'm there to like have a good time and eat some food. But if the server is also a vibe, like I'm also there to talk to the server. That is a part of why I'm there. That's if they want to. I'm not fucking insane. I don't like involve the server when the server doesn't want to be involved. But if I get one of those overzealous, like they want to chat me up about every fucking thing I'm ordering and everything, I love that. Yeah, let's have a conversation. Why not? You're a person and you're here and I want to talk to you. I find that fun. Which is maybe the worst nightmare of like some of the people that I go out to eat with. But I take it on. I don't like involve them. You can also talk to the server if you want. That's my friend now. You can talk to them. But if they want to talk to me, I'm going to talk back. I do enjoy that. Yes, give me the loudest server in here. Let me get them. Now I'm thinking we answer a couple of questions that were sent in by you guys. Thank you to anyone who submitted something, a question or a story. It means so much to me. It really does. I don't take stuff like that lightly. I don't take people asking for advice or suggestions lightly. It means a ton to me that you guys are willing to do that. So thank you. If you want to go and submit something, either a question, like something that you would like advice on, or if you have a story that you'd like to share, something crazy or funny or weird that happened to you, there's 2 separate boxes. We'll just keep using the same form. That's perfectly fine. So if you want to anonymously submit something, you can go ahead and do that. It's right in the description. First of all, I want to say thank you. I'm not going to say their name, but thank you to the person who sent in the rooftop bar suggestion. I appreciate you so much. I'm literally an hour outside of Philly, so Philly recommendations are always appreciated, but it's to make my my dreams of dancing on a rooftop happen before summer is over. Okay, this one says, I really want to start content creation, specifically making a podcast because, no guys, I swear I'm different. No one has ever seen a 27-year-old handle the mic the way I'm about to. Do you have any tips on how to get started? I really love your podcast, obviously. Thank you. And I also like Tanner Tan and Upstairs Neighbors. Me too. You have very good taste. So I'd really like to start a pod kind of similar. However, I have no social media presence. I guess any advice on how to plan and, sorry for the corporate slang, I work a 9 to 5 and it's rubbed off on me, strategize a launch and grow a following. Any tips on how to start content creation would be super helpful. Sorry if this is kind of vague and generic. I don't think it is. Now, I'm also not somebody with a very strong internet presence, like social media presence. This is pretty much like the most that I put myself out there is posting like clips of this podcast. And I mean, over there on TikTok, I just hit 20,000 followers just from putting clips up. So I think it is good. Like anybody who well, is probably more successful at this than I am, would probably tell you that you should be posting as frequently as you can on other social medias, but like kind of like across the board. But I'm going to tell you from my experience that if you're podcasting and you don't want to be posting on Instagram and you don't want to be making TikToks about stuff outside of that for right now, if you want to start out just posting clips from your podcast, you can do very well just doing that, you know? And if you think about the examples you use, like Tanner Tan, he was posting skits for a long time, so it made sense that people went over to his podcast. But for Upstairs and Neighbors, they built a following off of posting clips of their podcast, and that's how people found them, was like through TikTok. So I really think that you can be successful starting out just doing that. And then who knows? I think that opens the door for you to be like, maybe I do want to make a different kind of content on a separate TikTok. Or maybe I do want to start posting, like using every social media platform that I have. But I think that you can find your people just by posting clips of the podcast. You should 100% do it. Don't be scared of it. Don't like overthink it even. Just kind of have like an idea of the direction you want to go in. And if you need to record that first episode a couple of times, let yourself do it. If you record it and you're nervous, do it again. And if that second time you feel like, you know what, I could have done a better job, do it again. And just keep doing it until at some point you have to put something out. I think when you do put out that first episode, just know that you would probably look back on it later on and be like, oh, I could have done this better, or I could have expanded on this a little bit more. And that's totally normal. I feel like everyone feels that way when they start anything. You're supposed to, down the line, look back at how you started and go, oh my God, like it's so different now. Like I'm so much more comfortable on the mic and in front of the camera. And that's all just kind of a part of it. You're going to know pretty much right away if you enjoy it and if it's for you, because even if you're nervous about it, you're going to be really excited to record that second episode, and you only get more comfortable doing it over time. You only get better at it over time. So, and they say it takes 10,000 hours or whatever it is they say. They say something like that. They say something about 10,000 hours. Like for me, this is my third go around basically of doing this, of like having a podcast. And like I've been doing it for years, but it was a show that doesn't exist anymore, and it was different kinds of topics. It was so much fun. I've always known that like I just wanted to make people laugh or entertain them, or just like try to reach out and like find my people basically. And so even though there were times when I had to like stop and restart, and sometimes it would feel so disappointing and so crushing, like there were times when I feel like I was just right there and like about to like find my people, like find my audience, and it didn't happen. Like it was like for whatever reason, especially if you're podcasting with other people, you have to like know that anything could happen. That person could stop having to record for some reason, and you would kind of just have to go with it, or maybe stop and start over. I think if you really love it and you enjoy it, you'll just keep picking it back up. Like there's been times where I put it down and then I always just kind of came back to this. And I also think about if I had found some kind of success in doing this earlier in my life, I would not have been able to handle it, like at all. When I think about the way that I get anxious when a TikTok of mine does really well now, or if like one of these episodes gets like over 1,000 views, I'm like, I feel shaky. It's like, it's exciting and like, I like the feeling, but it gets a little overwhelming sometimes. I can handle it now though. There was a time in my life where I would not have been able to handle it, and it wasn't meant for me then. I think these kinds of things happen when you're ready for them, both in like a way like the universe and manifesting things for yourself, like that kind of way, but also in the way that like when you're ready for it, you can keep pushing for it. You'll keep putting in the work, and even if you get nervous or anxious or like you start to feel discouraged, you'll just keep going anyway because you just want it. You want it enough now that you'll keep going for it. So Don't ever let comments, like, people like to say this shit, like, lock the podcast equipment up. Those people can't even form an original thought. They can't even come up with their own comment. They're just copy pasting shit they've seen other people say. Your people will find you. And just worry about that one thing for right now. Just worry about posting clips from that podcast. Make a TikTok for it, post clips, and just keep going. It only takes one. That's the thing. It's like a snowball effect. If you have one clip that does really well, a lot of the people that see it will go back and they'll watch other clips, and maybe they'll be like, okay, like, this is my humor, like, this is my kind of person. And that's going to make them go over to your channel, or like pull you up and like start listening to episodes. So I think you should do it. I really hope you do. And I hope that if you're comfortable with it, you like leave a comment whenever it's posted and like let everybody know so we can go and listen to it too. I would definitely like to listen. Someone said, I'm having the worst time ever with procrastination of concentration and stuff like that. Like, it feels like I just can't find the motivation to do anything and I'm wasting my time. So maybe you could give me some advice. Real as fuck. I mean, I still deal with this often. I feel like most of us do. It's just hard sometimes, especially if you have like ADD. It can just be really hard to like get started sometimes. I guess it depends on what the task is. So let's say you're studying. Something that I think would be really helpful, I guess it would depend, but sometimes if you put someone doing something that you need to do, like on TV or like on your phone or on your laptop or whatever, and you let it play in the background, it gets you in the mood to do the same thing that they're doing. So if you need to study, there are people who have videos where it's just like the whole thing has study breaks, but they're just sitting there studying themselves. Things like that help sometimes. I find that if I need to get up and clean, it's either I need to get a playlist on that is so high energy, so loud that like I can't really sit still. Like, I either would want to like get up and walk or start cleaning something, or I put on someone who's also cleaning, like just type in like cleaning vlog or something like that. It's even better if it's someone that you watch and you're familiar with, but those will usually get me up and actually cleaning, like going. But in general, when it's hard to like, you just kind of want to bed rot and it just feels it feels too hard to get started. There's the rocket method, which is how I used to get out of bed to be able to go to the gym, or oh my God, when I used to work really, really early hours, how I used to get myself out of bed in general without getting up, like with just enough time to get dressed, brush my teeth, and like, get out the fucking door. And even then make it to work late. I would do the rocket method. It's literally just you count down in your head from 5, and then no matter what, after 1, you have to get up. And then once you're up, you kind of just have to do something. Could you turn around and get back in bed? Yeah. But it's almost like that feels so ridiculous because it took some kind of effort to get yourself up in the first place. You most likely won't do it. That's what I do. I really think it's helpful to just kind of like, it's almost like parallel play when you have something playing of someone doing something and then you're also doing it. It's like, we're both doing it. We're doing it separately, but we're both doing it. Or just like whatever gets you going, like whatever makes you feel like you want to get up and move. Like music is a huge motivator, but that rocket method, and I mean, it applies to anything. Let's say you have like a whole sink full of dishes you have to get done. You go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you pick up the sponge and the soap and you just start washing something. And then once you start doing it, you'll normally see it through, at least to an extent. So I hope that helps even a little bit, because this is something that I still struggle with. It's just the starting. Once I'm started, I can keep going. Okay, and I'm going to end this off with one of the stories that was submitted because I just kind of glanced over it and it's already making me laugh. So this is honestly just stupid, but earlier this summer, I was in this small town in Nebraska and I saw an old, ugly ass limo from at least the mid-50s And then like 5 minutes later, I was driving home and that same car literally exploded. I was really scared. I made fun of it so badly that it exploded itself. And then when I was recording the burning car, a cop yelled at me and I cried because I thought he knew. That reminds me of if you guys know the podcast Brooke and Connor Make a Podcast, Brooke has talked about how when she was a kid, she thought that she did 9/11. That's like, you're so real for that. That's a thought that I feel like I would have too. Okay, one time I was driving home and I was thinking to myself, they had just put stop signs up on this one street, like 2 blocks away from where my home was. And I was thinking to myself, because I'd seen accidents there before, but not for a long time because of the stop signs, what if I saw an accident here? Like as I was about to pull up, like turn a corner and that like area was about to become visible for me. I thought, what if I see an accident here right now because of people not knowing that the stop signs are there? And I turned the corner maybe like a minute after having that thought, and an accident had just happened. I mean, like they were just getting out of their car. So it literally just happened. And I'm blasting music, so I didn't hear a crash of any kind. There was a thought for a second of like, what if I did that? Like, what are the odds of me having that thought? If I could see the odds, I know it'd be ridiculous. Biscotti, you shaking the camera? What you doing? It's like, yeah, of course, like, we're not the reason why that happened, but makes you think about it for a second. makes you take a pause. Did you make fun of the limo so badly that it just combust? Our minds are very powerful. Too powerful, even. I sounded like Snagglepuss when I said that. I've had Snagglepuss in the brain, and I won't be elaborating. That's it for this episode. And thank you again for listening and submitting your questions and your stories. Please feel free to continue doing so. The link is in the bio. Nope. That's a description. You know what I meant. Because even if I didn't fix what I said, you still would have known. You would have known what I meant. I love you. Thank you for being here. And goodbye.